Yeah, but I find Rumple's nasty.
Degraded and humiliated and broke my spirit. That is literally my favorite technique for action.
We're recording. It's a picture of
That's a fact.
him and Brooke out
According to who?
and one arrow says what I'm about to eat because it's food with what I'm going to eat later.
You willing to take a drug test?
I'm like, the balls you finally. Just thinking of him doing it, not even it being
Welcome back, everybody. This is Bargoyles.
Hey!
102.2.
No, 101.
101.
101.2.
101.2.
I kept saying 102 last episode. My bad.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah, 101. This one, no,
101.
No, this
Last
101.
week was 100.
Last week was 100.
The last one that got posted was that? Oh, all right.
Yeah,
cool,
because
cool,
Nick
cool.
posted 100.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was episode 100, yeah.
101.2, the lunch review. Point twos are always lunch reviews. If you're here on an episode of the Bargoyles and you see a point two, that means it is a lunch review where we go to some local spot, preferably mom and pop shops, because we want to help, local business. And local businesses are mom and pop shops. And they always need some more food orders. And we are boys who like to eat. Ain't that right, Coleslaw Corner?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that coleslaw.
Haven't had it in about 4 to 5 episodes.
Yeah, for real. It's been a while. It's been a long time.
Since Capital Chicken. That's the last one you had.
Yeah, but welcome to the Coleslaw Corner. It's your boy, DeConte, a.k.a. the Fifth Dentist. If you love it, I hate it. You know how it is.
Gotta disagree. And then always, well, not always in office, because you're out of office today.
Yeah.
Back on main cam, because we don't have a guest today. Corporate Nick.
Yeah, Corporate Nick in the house. I'm in here doing my damn thing, just trying my best. I need to get a like a semi catchphrase. If anyone has anything, tagline. It's kind of hard with the corporate thing, a little bit. But other than that,
Did you do the drug test? What did you say in the opening video?
Would you mind to take a drug test? Yeah, would you want to take a drug test? Yeah, I like that for the intro.
Those don't look like non-slip shoes.
Sure, good God Almighty. Yeah, I was like, are those leggings?
Why don't you step into my office? There's a lot you can do with that. I'm just saying. Yeah, there's a lot you can do.
Don't
with
bother clocking in.
that. Exactly. There you go. That's always a lot of fun. And then me, your host, Isaac Ignacio Bennett. I am just here. The instigator. I will pick a fight. Not me, myself fighting. I will instigate a fight between anybody because that is what I like to do. Right, DeConte, who doesn't support the gays?
Whoa.
See, that's instigating.
Yeah.
I was just giving an example.
Yeah, damn.
This is all natural because
I
at
was about to
lunch
co-sign
we
that
talked
shit.
about shit like this, and now we're all just trying to find what our thing is
Yeah.
now. What's your tagline? What's not our tagline? What's a script? What's not a script?
Some people don't got a script.
We had this discussion at Layla's.
It just gets super dark outside. Is it storming?
It's about to.
might
It
be,
started
yeah.
raining when I went to go get the beer out the car.
True. Just button down the hatches. Let me just put this on record. This is going to be the worst year of weather we've had. Just letting you boys know.
It feels like it, right?
When it happens, when we get the worst hurricane since Katrina, in 2 months, look back at this moment. We're going to clip this right now, all right? Worst weather we're ever going to have.
2 months in Katrina. We're going to New Orleans in 2 months.
Woo, baby!
Fuck right off with that energy.
You know why hurricanes are named after women?
No.
Because they come in all wet and wild and leave you nothing but your clothes. That's shitty jokes my uncle tells. By my uncle, I mean me. All right, Layla's. Who picked Layla's this week?
Nick did.
I did.
Nick,
Yeah.
how'd you come across Layla's?
So this is a place that is just a couple lights from where I live at. I pass it all the time. I've heard some good recommendations. This is a place that we've actually thought about going a couple times.
Yeah, I saw some highly recommended.
Yeah.
Through the apps.
Yeah, through the apps.
And then,
roll.
someone else than the app recommended it. And I'm like, fuck, no one trusts your food recommendations.
I've heard it a lot. I not something I would normally choose because I think that I stay away from anything like Mediterranean most of the time. It's usually not my favorite thing when it comes to their spices and like the yogurt sauce and all that stuff.
A lot of eggplant, a lot of
Yeah.
yogurt sauce, dill.
Dill.
Ugh.
Yeah, not my favorite flavor combinations in that entire like Mediterranean style.
Never understood what the big deal was.
Oh God. But I knew we were going to eventually. Yeah. DeConte's like, I wonder what the big deal is.
Let me chat GPT this.
ChatGPT.
Let me live my life.
Yeah. Yeah, change your life.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, but I knew that we were eventually going to go here, and I kind of couldn't find anything last night. I was had a lot. So I was like, you know what? Let's finally go here. It's right by my house. It makes it a lot easier with the pickups because it's you, DeConte, me, right up the street, bada bing, bada boom. And then, and I've heard a lot of good things. So it's like, you know what? Let me put my whole I don't really eat a lot of Mediterranean foods aside and give this a shot. So I chose it, and we ate it, and well, now we're going to talk about it.
DeConte, what did we get as the appetizers? If you could?
We had the grape leaves and the stuffed kibbeh. Which was both really good. The grape leaves was vine leaves, onions, parsley, lemon juice, and olive oil.
Doesn't say rice in there at all. That's not a really accurate description of like what it is.
Yeah, there was definitely rice in there too.
Yeah,
100%.
Well, that was the filler. That was absolutely the filler.
Yeah, I think it's more the grape leaves, right? Because it's like it's more.
Well, that's what the wrapping is.
That's the wrapping. Yeah.
Yeah, the wrapping is the grape leaf.
Yeah, it was wrapped in that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
what
the
we
whole
ate.
thing was.
Yeah, the wrap, the whole green outer edge.
Yeah.
That's the grape leaf.
Or the vine leaf, whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you wanted us to get that because you thought it was a different version with a meat inside.
So sort of like lamb or beef, but I've seen it. I was just like, oh, that looks so good. Oh.
Yeah.
I can convince you, as you're eating it, you convince yourself you're eating vegetables. You're like, oh, it's green. It's a leaf. Oh, nothing but beef inside. And, obviously the chopped up peppers and onions and the other
Yeah, and this was stuffed with essentially a vegetarian dish.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then we got, what else? What did we, you want to explain the kibbeh?
Stuffed kibbeh. Yeah, it was deep fried beef and a bulgur shell, sautéed ground beef, pine nuts, and onions. I actually really enjoyed that one. Out of both.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah, the shell I didn't know so it's called a bulgur shell. I don't think any of us three know what the hell that is. Yeah, and it was like I don't know what kind of dough. Yeah, I don't know what kind of dough or how they season the dough, but it was really good. I really liked the beef was just so tender inside and flavorful, and it was a really good appetizer. Definitely shaped like little lemons.
Yeah,
the ones that we got.
Like a corn dog shell.
Type in Italian stuffed shells, and then you'll see like that's the shell. I don't know exactly what that pasta shape is called, but it's literally that stuffed with this delicious meat mixture, deep fried, and the pine nuts. The pine nuts had such a good texture inside. They definitely crushed it up. But yeah, like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a stuffed shell, but it was breading.
Yeah,
and deep fried.
Deep fried. Yeah, it was very good, very tasty.
Can't go wrong deep frying.
Yeah, it was a very good appetizer for sure. Yeah,
definitely. Between the two, that was definitely my favorite of the appetizers.
Yeah, same, 100%. Yeah.
And then what was the sauce, DeConte?
I thought I couldn't tell if it was a ranch, but it was definitely, as Isaac and Nick explained, it was dill, yogurt, and there's
almost like a tzatziki.
Yeah, pretty
it was
close
almost
to a tzatziki.
Yeah, it was very close.
Yeah,
to
definitely a
tzatziki
yogurt-based sauce. Yeah, yogurt-based sauce.
It's very Mediterranean.
Yeah, that's what they do. They are yogurt people. It's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, but off the rip, I mean, if you're not used to food, like I've never had Lebanese food, so to me it was like to pick those notes up. I found really hard, so I was like, I can't tell. Gotcha. Ranch.
Well, dill, there is dill in ranch. So
in a good ranch.
To quote what DeConte's saying, Miss Layla, your white yogurt sauce hits like ranch.
Yeah, I did.
He did say that. He said it hits like ranch.
So it is good. He did like it.
Yeah.
Almost as much as he likes ranch. So that's a compliment. For those at home who are like, I don't know about this white sauce. It hits like ranch.
Boom. There it is.
As far as the entrees, DeConte, what do we want to get in?
For entrees, we had a beef shawarma platter. And that beef shawarma platter, it came with, I'm sorry, gentlemen. Beef shawarma platter was sliced marinated beef, vegetables, tahini, and rice. I think, Nick, that was actually your dish. That
was my dish. I didn't taste any tahini anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know what tahini is.
Tahini is like a sesame. It's like spice. It's like a spice or a sauce-ish kind of deal. They put it in a lot of like a hummus stuff like that. I didn't really get a lot of that. It was good. It was the marinade was definitely good. It was very strong. Was very flavorful. Very flavorful.
Lot of rice.
Yeah, a lot of rice.
Yeah, I saw that. You had a lot of rice.
There was a lot of rice.
Cabbage was on the side.
There was some kind of like salad thing deal, and I didn't like any of the like. There was like a pickled something on top, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be really good." I love things that are pickled, and I don't eat. I hate pickles, but I like pickled vegetables. And I was like, oh, this must be like a pickled onion or something. And I bit into it, and it was not what I wanted it to taste like. So I didn't really go into the rest of it. And then there were like slices of pickle, and then like a pickled tomato, and the base might have been a cabbage, but I didn't really get into it. So I tried, but like the flavors weren't really there for me. But the rice and the beef went well. The beef was, the reason I got it is because I wanted us to try the beef shawarma because we were at a place that has shawarma. So it was very flavorful. Maybe a little bit too flavorful.
Okay.
But it was very flavorful. Yeah.
And Kante, what'd you wind up getting?
I ended up getting the beef Slovaki sandwich. It was actually really good because it had olives, cottage cheese. I believe there was some type of white sauce in there, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely,
No. There was
maybe it
just
was the
feta
tahini
cheese.
sauce, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there's nothing in there.
It might have been the
Just
feta cheese.
black olives, lettuce, tomatoes, wrapped in pita. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I would definitely say it's definitely a quick lunch meal. Even the gentleman that was like sitting across the table from us, like he was in and out.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was in and out.
Yeah.
And you can tell he got the wrap. I didn't know what it was at the time. I was like, oh, they got wraps. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then
So good, he took it home.
Yeah. I wonder if that beef was the same beef as our beef.
Kante
Somebody was
didn't
grab
finish
it for
it
me.
because he ate. It was so good. Wanted to take some home for later. That is a testament to how good your food is, Miss Layla. Left it on the table. I went to the bathroom. They went to go to the store to do a beer run. Totally fine. When they were in the beer run, I went to the ABC store to buy some liquor. We met up afterwards. We're in the car driving, and then Kante goes, "Isaac, did you grab my sandwich off the table?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Oh, yeah, I figured." I was like, what do you mean you figured? He's like, "Oh, I was on the table." I was like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to grab your food off the table? Like, what are you talking about?"
I didn't know
figured?
you wanted it. Maybe some. I don't know.
You left it. That was your food.
Yeah, I
We didn't even try your sandwich.
Huh?
None of us even tried your
it.
sandwich.
Yeah, that's true.
I get weird about burritos. I'm just like, we're not burritos.
Yeah, when we
pitas or wraps.
well, when we're I'm not a fan. Those aren't my favorite either. But anytime we do pick sandwiches, it is always difficult for us to try.
Yeah, very true.
So it's just like whatever. We kind of did that today.
You left my sandwich.
Checks out. He said checks
Checks
out.
out, yeah, checks
He
out.
said checks out.
Yeah, checks out. You would do that. I'm like, I would do. What the fuck? No, that was
knew-
you.
I'm grabbing your
Yeah.
food. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I knew in the car that's not what DeConte meant,
100%
but I was like, I just want to see what this is going to turn into.
100% what he meant.
The way you looked at him, like, wait, that I left your stuff. I'm like, oh god, that's not what he meant. But that's so funny.
Exactly what I meant, you fucking dickhead.
I thought we were fans.
Yeah, I thought we were family, dog. We would have split this later. We would have split this goddamn amazing pita. Yeah, I get that.
What the fuck did you get, Isaac? You got
And then I got the kipta.
It was under.
You got the kafta
Kafta
batata.
patata.
Yeah, she definitely told us how to say it. I think
Patata.
the kafta batata.
Kafta batata.
Kafta patata. That thing was primo. Lamb kafta we had before. That's just minced lamb. They had it in chunks.
Yeah.
They also had it with big potato chunks as well, and a nice tomato stew. So me, any meat that is stewed, low and slow, braise your boy. That's what I be doing. So I thoroughly enjoyed that dish. I could have used a little bit more of the sauce. It was so thick that it wasn't almost a stew. It was kind of just like a kind of a
Paste.
sauce. Yeah, there's kind of a paste on the bottom. Yeah, I was like, if you tell me it's a stew, I'm thinking like kind of a soup. And that was like almost a half ladle of the sauce on bottom, and then they put things on top. I was like, okay, cool. The potatoes were very good for a potato stew. Like you still got a lot of this. They peeled the potatoes, but you still had like a crust on all the potatoes. It was crazy. I was like, man, that's wow. Did they like saute it before they put it in the stew? I don't know. Very flavorful. Did enjoy it a lot. DeConte actually loved the lamb kofta so good that when we were splitting it, he got half a piece of one of the lamb pieces, and then he took his fork and saw another lamb piece and cut that one in half too.
Okay.
I
thought it was covered in
there
sauce.
was
I
two
thought it
lamb
was a
pieces
potato.
there, and he took half of each instead of one whole one.
One whole one.
He's like, that one looks good. Also,
Yeah.
that one looks good. I'm gonna fuck up your entire plate.
that lamb was good.
Yeah,
though.
the lamb was great.
Yeah, I grabbed the whole piece. And I was like, all right, the potatoes and all this shit. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that I got the lamb with the tomato sauce on it, just to get that flavor. That was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good to the point where I was like, shit, I wish I ordered this.
Oh man, that was really good.
Yeah, that lamb was really put together nicely.
I liked it a lot. That was one of my more favorite of the dishes I tried between mine and yours.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
Yeah, yours was my favorite as well. That lamb. Yeah,
like that. And then did we get any? Oh, please tell us about your Lebanese coffee.
Oh yeah. I was kind of disappointed by that. I've never had Lebanese coffee before, but as I got like halfway through, it was just all like grinds and coffee together. Now I don't know if that's traditionally how it is, and
Can you
that's
type
like
in what makes coffee Lebanese actually?
Yeah, that should be
because that was a dark roast. And you had a tiny little espresso cup. You know?
Yeah, that's disappointing to hear that it was grinds because that sounds like user error.
Well, maybe if that's not
their
style. Yeah,
unless that's
their
their style.
Before you start shitting on it, let's realize maybe that's how they traditionally served.
Yeah, that's what I think is like half of it is the actual coffee. That's maybe why it's so strong, and then the bottom half is just straight.
What is Lebanese coffee? Yeah, there you go.
Takes some getting used to. So I do see that.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're probably good here.
Coffee black as hell, strong as death, and sweet as love is a Turkish
proverb.
Coffee, Kofwe, it's pronounced in Turkish, is a big deal in Lebanon. It is a great coffee, black, strong, and takes some time getting used to. It is identical coffee in neighboring countries, sometimes referred to Turkish coffee.
Go back a page.
Yeah.
Back. And then, there you go. Read that.
Lebanese coffee is part of the Arabic coffee bean family. Yeah. This is deeply rooted.
Yep. Last sentence explains it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Read that one. Yeah.
Always
trust the Google the top 4.
Yeah.
Always just trust those because Google. I love you. You're always good at that.
It's a feature strong aroma, thick foam, and a fine coffee ground. Yeah, at the bottom.
Explains it. Yeah, fine coffee grounds at the bottom. Yeah. That's how they serve it.
Yeah, that's how it's served.
So that's traditionally how it is. So now that you know that, can you not shit on it so much?
Well, no, I already said like if I never had it before. I've never had it, so I didn't know. But yeah, no, it's crazy strong. Like when she offered me sugar, I normally don't do sugar coffee. That is one coffee I would do.
Did you if you do it again, you would do sugar?
Like if you're a coffee drinker and you don't do sugar with this. It's pretty strong.
So now that you know that the coffee grounds are supposed to be there, the word disappointment isn't there anymore. It's kind of like now you know, so it's like that's just something you weren't prepared for.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
I don't think any coffee drinker's prepared for that unless they know they're getting into that in Lebanese coffee, which I think at a Lebanese place, if someone's ordering the Lebanese coffee, unless it's explained on the menu, because I don't know if it had a description, the server should let someone know who's ordering it, that it does come with
grounds. It does have coffee and grounds.
Yeah, but it's one of those, you're at a Lebanese place, they have regular coffee and Lebanese coffee.
Yeah, they did have true options.
If she does that, this is the United States. You've come across that like, oh, you don't think I know it? You don't think I know what Lebanese coffee is? Are you just judging me? Are you going to tell me? Because if I were to do the ocular test and I look at Decante in a Lebanese spot, I'd probably be like, hey man, let me just let you know a little something about that. But anybody could just take that the wrong way. So I'm sure she's like, look, you came to a Lebanese spot, you ordered Lebanese coffee.
Yeah,
you know what you're getting. Or if you don't know what you're getting, you're not going to complain either. Like, because then you get that wall where you can be like, oh, well, that's what Lebanese coffee is like. Even if it's the worst coffee that you've ever had, like that, this is what it tastes like. You're just not used to it.
Yeah, I get the over explanation because you had that not too long ago at a restaurant. It was like, well, it does at a Western African place, and he said, well, it does come with blah blah blah. You don't have to have that. And you were like, no, I'll come with it. When we went to Oksana, the last place I chose, and the server that was kind of rude to you the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, well, it comes with, like, no, I'll take it how it comes. He's like, okay. He's like, you can get it with rice if you want.
Yeah.
And you felt that it was condescending.
He was assuming I didn't want it the traditional way.
Yeah, so you don't want to come out condescending. But I feel like I'd be like, just so you know, it's like, are you aware?
There's a proper way to do it. They didn't do it at all at this spot. One of the other spots we went to, he was so condescending.
Yeah, he was condescending about it. Yeah.
The guests don't know because we didn't put that episode out yet because she was so damn boring. She was on mushrooms the entire time. We found out. We talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah. So Decante, I'll ask you, where's Lebanon?
Middle East.
We're in the Middle East. You just looked it up. You did not know. You just pulled up a map. You zoomed in. You zoomed out.
It's on the east side. Never eat sour. It's on the west side of Syria.
Wait, never eat sour what?
Watermelon.
Where'd you learn that at? Is that a thing?
Elementary school, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was kindergarten. Yeah. Never eat sour.
Never eat sour watermelon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, north, east, south, west. You grew up in Japan. It makes sense.
Did y'all have a saying out there?
Huh?
No, we just knew.
Oh, you just knew like
No, they-
these.
Yeah, they didn't give them a cheat. They didn't need to. They're in Japan. They're
Yeah.
smarter than us.
We
there.
know their directions.
Yeah.
We know,
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the whole look at the North Star bullshit. That is in America.
no, we just know.
Yeah.
That is for lost Americans.
I would say I was so dumb. I remember being like, I knew exactly north, east, west. Okay, cool. But I was always like, I thought it was fixated to the one map I learned it on.
Mm-hmm.
So in 5th grade, I was like, oh, which way's north? Okay, wait, I'm sitting here in Mr. Speedo's class. That's the map, which means that way's east. No matter where it was, I was like,
because that's where the map's
map
at.
was-
because, the map is over my left
The map
shoulder.
could have been on the ceiling.
Okay, that way's east. How do you know? Mr. Speedo's element in class. I know because that's where the map was. So don't worry, guys. I know. Completely wrong.
We'll
So
never get
completely wrong.
lost.
Yeah, we'll never get lost.
Fucking Lord of the Flies book later.
And let's wrap it up with desserts. Nick, what do we get for dessert?
So we've got the pistachio. It was a pistachio honey baklava.
honey, yeah, it was honey baklava.
It was like pistachio honey baklava, and then we got rice pudding that also had pistachios sprinkled on top. Yeah, I really like the baklava.
Yeah, that baklava was
Yeah.
very.
I like baklava, man.
Yeah,
It's a
I
nice.
thought it was freshly made.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It probably wasn't.
No, you don't think so?
Probably not.
if
I
there's
mean-
a place that's gonna have it fresh,
It
though,
would be them.
This
Yeah.
would be
Yeah,
the
it
place.
would be them. I don't know. It's pastries and stuff like that in a place that's not that big is just so hard to pull off. I think.
Yeah.
Because they have so much other things to focus on, and it's not a huge spot.
Yeah.
So I could only imagine their kitchen not being huge back there, and pulling off pastries is just so hard.
Pulling off pastries at Virginia's top 50 restaurant, one of the top 50 restaurants, and then
Yeah,
quite possibly.
yeah. I would have loved to ask.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
I
I'd
will
really
say
like.
that, go ahead. I'm pausing.
No, I just like baklava. It's a quick bite at the end, not too much dessert. Like I've explained on the show before, I'm an appetizer guy. I don't make it to dessert.
Yeah.
Because I've already had too much food, and I love baklava because it's just a little bite, little one. You share it, everybody, and you're good to go. And then we got the rice pudding. I did not like the rice pudding, but I'll let you explain because you ordered it.
Oh, yeah.
and I'll
yeah.
let you explain.
I wouldn't say I love the rice pudding. I enjoyed it. It was very tasty. The first bite wasn't as sweet, and then the second bite I found to be really sweet. I don't know if that's because I got maybe a lot of pistachio on the top because they do crumble the pistachio.
Do you not like pistachios?
No, I love pistachios. Yeah,
Okay.
I just I didn't catch any sweetness. You know, when you think
good,
dessert, you want sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
if I really wasn't that full, I would have crushed the whole thing. But yeah, I liked it. I'd order it again.
Yeah, there's a flavor on the back end of it after the first couple bites. I just didn't. I didn't like. It was like a weird like aroma mixed with like some kind of flavor. And I don't mind rice pudding. Like it's not. I'm not seeking out rice pudding. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to seek it out, but I'll eat it if someone has it there. I'll eat it. I just didn't really like theirs, and maybe it's because I had the baklava first. But yeah, I don't.
I mean, full disclosure, that was my first time ever having rice pudding.
Oh.
So I was actually like, I'd eat this.
But I'm thinking dessert, sweet, and pudding. I'm always going to like, Jell-O pudding pops, bread pudding,
Banana pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that was cottage cheese with some pistachios on top.
Yeah, it definitely had the cottage cheese texture, which I knew was going to throw you off real bad.
I was so I didn't even try by my. I was like, someone else be there, just like. So you have a bite as soon when I'm having a bite because I know I was gonna enjoy it, but that was a personal thing. I'm not gonna hold that against you, Layla.
Yeah.
I will say though, Layla's logo, look in the top left corner, doesn't look like a dude with no legs but really big balls, and he's like dragging himself across the floor.
Buffalo Soldier.
You see his head, his arms,
Born in
the small circle is his
America.
body, and those two big. He's got big old nuts, and he's like dragging. He's like, oh, I gotta keep moving. Oh no. That's what I see. You don't see it. That's fine.
I see it now that you said it, and it's just we live one big South Park episode. I'm sorry, Layla.
Therefore,
Yeah.
but because, therefore, let's get to scores here because let's wrap the episode up with that.
Yeah.
I'll actually, Nick, you chose this place. You go first. Well, no, you chose this place. You go last. I'll go first then.
Got it.
I'm gonna go with. I think the quality of the food was very, very good. I really enjoyed my stew. I don't think maybe I just don't like Lebanese food. It's not even Lebanese food. I do like shawarmas. I do like koftas. I don't think the execution here was so great to warrant a really high score. I really enjoyed my food. I really enjoyed your meat pieces, but I'm not a yogurt guy. I really hate dill. Dill is one of my worst seasonings I like, or dislike, I guess you'd say. Outside of that, the grape leaves, I was expecting something else, so I didn't like it as much, but I enjoyed it. You know, it was nice rice. It was almost like a rice cheesy, too. It was kind of, something in there. And then I loved that appetizer we got, the
Stuffed kibbeh.
stuffed kibbeh. Yes, that was really good. So I'll give it just a good 7.5.
Nice.
To count you up. Tell why, and then give it a score.
Like, I'm gonna give it a 4. Everything was really great.
Loved it.
Ambiance
I finished
is
it. I was
awesome.
going to bring some home. 4.
I have to say, walking in, it's a very pleasant place to be in, to sit
got
in.
some phallic photos, paintings.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, I just found out it was phallic man today. That was interesting, too. Yeah, they do a very phallic painting. The host was very quick. Got to see, she was obviously busy, but she did.
They were packed.
Yeah, they had a lot of people in there.
She got us our waters, everything. She constantly kept coming back. Service was great. The food came out hot. Very fast for a lunch spot, honestly. I think it was maybe a 10-minute wait time between
And
apps.
they had lunch menus.
Yeah, and they had
we can
actual
talk
lunch
about that.
menus, yeah.
Only lunch.
Yeah.
You came in, there was only lunch service then.
Yeah. The coffee was good for the most part. And the desserts were great. Again, back to that baklava. I think that was, out of all the spots we had baklava.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah,
probably
that was the
baklava,
best one.
Yeah, it was the best
personally
one.
feel
Yeah,
like.
definitely the best one.
Yeah. I'll go 7. 7's a good score for me. I enjoy it. Yeah.
Cool.
I'd go back for the coffee and try it one more time.
Yeah, now that you know.
Yeah, now
what
that
to
I know.
expect.
sugar?
With the
yeah,
texture
with sugar
and maybe
this
add
time,
some
yeah.
sugar. Yeah, it almost looked like an espresso shot.
Yeah,
It was a dark espresso shot. Yeah.
Yeah. And I learned that from you. Wow, who'd have thought? Yeah, what the hell? I guess I'll explain now. After that, go. Sorry, I'm burping. So walking in for me, I was super surprised what it looked like inside. I never looked at any images, none of that stuff. I thought
beautiful.
I thought it was going to look like
Well, the Chinese spots was just
no, not Chinese spots, but one of those local Italian pizzeria spots, like your Padrinos, like your Armettas, where it's just open seats and maybe a couple of things that show you like what the culture is, but nothing too crazy. It was like a little darker in there. They had nice seats, they had nice paintings, and so that's as soon as I walk in, I'm like, oh, word. I didn't know it was gonna look like this in here. It's in fucking Tackett's Mill. I didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad area.
We went in with a low expectation.
Yeah.
They matched.
Yeah,
exceeded.
I was super surprised about that, which was a very good good surprise for me. Service was good as soon as we sat us down right away, brought us waters over, which is good for us because we're going to order water anyway. We're not going to order water for the table, but we're going to order water anyway. So she brought us the waters, which I'm cool with.
She refilled my water like 4 times.
Oh my God, she was so good about
point.
filling up the water. She was over there so much. So service was good. When Isaac asked if she was Layla, she wasn't offended. She wasn't condescending. She was like, no.
I was just trying to be playful and get some information.
And then she gave us information. She was like, no, none of the girls that work here are Layla or her daughters.
Yeah, but look behind the curtain. I always want to try to get some information when we go to these spots. And we'll ask the servers, and they don't give a fuck.
They don't know shit.
How long has this place been here?
I don't know. I've been here 20 days, dude. I don't fucking know.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And so I was just joking with her. I was like, are you Layla? She goes, no, I'm not. But the sisters, I was like, you want to? She goes, no, the 7, they're on the. So like, she was crazy knowledgeable.
Showed us a picture that, and we didn't get up and take one or anything.
I'm sure.
But
it's on the Yelp.
7 daughters. Layla's the mother, right?
Yeah.
And then
I think the dad was the guy.
I think was the guy on the phone was the dad. Yeah. Which is
He's
so
like, we don't have drivers. We want them. Go to DoorDash.
Yes, he said I would love to have delivery. We have DoorDash. And I was like,
It was like, we have DoorDash, and just hung up. I was like, he didn't wait to hear nothing else.
Nothing else. Which you would think was rude, but it was probably super efficient and friendly because that's him being nice. Like he was like, I would love to have, but
he had an economy of words.
Yeah.
He wasn't spending his words wisely.
yeah, he reminded me of like a Southern Italian man, and I was like, you know what? I dig this guy.
Sardinia, baby.
Yeah, I dig this guy. And then we didn't fucking see him the rest of the time. And then when the phone rang again, he handed it to the server.
Yeah.
As the phone rang right after he got off the phone, he handed it right to the server. He's like, nope, I'm not doing this again.
Southern Italian food. He's very close to Lebanese food as well. It's all right there in the Mediterranean.
Yeah. So
they're more on the they're east. They're east of the watermelon country of Lebanon. So just if you look in in the Mediterranean Ocean Sea.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. Never eat sour watermelon, baby. But yeah, so from there it was really good. We got our appetizers out. It was super cool. We didn't feel any like judgment from the server because when we go in these places, we're gonna be ourselves. Yeah. We don't care what your fucking restaurant looks like.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna use the language we use. And it could be dirty language, but we're not being too crazy. We have shit to talk about when we get here, so we're gonna talk about it there.
Content, baby.
Yeah, and it was and then we get to the food, really good. I hate to say just really good, but each dish that I tried, I didn't try DeConte's food. My dish was good. I do feel like it was a little too flavorful is not the word, but maybe like I don't know if the flavor that was beating me upside the head too much was like too acidic in the meat.
They do love that.
I think it might have been too acidic for me, so it was a little overpowering. That's what I'm.
Gotcha.
Flavorings overpowering on my dish, so I enjoyed it, and I kept trying to go into the rice to cleanse my palate, but I didn't really love their style of rice. Not my favorite. Either, not my favorite style of rice, and I eat rice probably 6 days out of 7 in a week.
Rice boys.
Yeah, I eat a lot of rice.
Talk to me, rice.
And then I really enjoyed the lamb that was in your dish. Very flavorful. Yeah, the kofta, that was so good. And with the tomato said stew, it was like a paste by the time I got to it, I feel like. Didn't like the rice pudding, liked the baklava. So everything was pretty solid. But to me, that's as far as I can go. Yeah. It's solid. So I'm also going to agree with DeConte on a 7.
Ooh, fat 7.
I'm going to start with a 7. And 7s are good scores. They're not, there's nothing bad about it.
They're above average.
Yeah, and I wasn't blown away by anything. Yeah. I don't feel like this is a place where I'm going to go home later tonight and say, Babe, we gotta go. And that's kind of what I base a lot of things that we do is I go home, and if I can say, or I think to myself, am I going to go home and say, babe, we got to try this for lunch this weekend? And I specifically say we try for lunch. Yeah. Because I don't want to just, let's go do it for dinner, even though we did it for lunch on the show. Yeah. We score it for lunch. So I give it a 7. And where it's falling on our scores here, I don't feel bad.
It's right under our meta.
Yeah.
Which you had all referenced.
Yeah.
Which was a Southern Italian spot as well. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's
to me,
right above. What's it right above to get
Aroma.
Yeah. But how do you feel about where it fell?
I think that's pretty well done.
It's accurate.
I think they're definitely above Roma. I don't think they're beat. I wouldn't say. I said they got competition with our meta. Okay. But I definitely think they're outbeating Roma for lunch every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if we talked to Layla and was like, yo, you guys in our metas, like, we're hand in hand to us, they wouldn't be insulted. Either one.
Right, Yeah, no, I find it a fair score. Score. We enjoyed lunch. We've had lunches where we're like, shit, what are we going to eat later? Mm-hmm. We've had lunches like that. What the fuck am I going to eat later? So, a fair
Shout out
score.
any place Trent recommended.
Jesus Christ. They're all 3 of them. There are 2 of them at the bottom 3.
They're both our bottom 3.
And then the one in the middle of it we know doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
so really they're like they're both bottom 2.
The worst. But
in reality.
Shout out, please make some recommendations for where you want us to try. Hopefully we haven't been there. We are getting to the point now. People have been recommending places. I'm like, we've already been there. There's the list, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. Conte, any closing notes for you?
No, I don't have any. I think everything.
Shout out Stack real quick.
Oh yeah, hey, shout out Stacks for that hundo, my boy. Easy, bud. Easy one.
Go to the WhatsApp real quick. You see the pictures, the video. WhatsApp, if it's not low, there you go. Go to the first one. Click that one, I believe. This is Stack losing. Like everyone's watching in the background. We got It's the shot. Ball in hand on the 8. Ball in hand on the 8.
On the 8.
Dude,
Yeah, it was a wrap.
Damn,
He was
boy.
pissed about
That was a $100 game?
Well, Stack put
Yeah.
up 100. DeConte put up 200.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the only way he would play me. If I put
If you
200.
doubled up on him?
Yeah.
Because you're much better than him and he
Yeah.
knows that.
Push
Yeah.
play on the second one there. Yeah, go ahead. That was just I got it backwards. What's supposed to be said?
I did not catch that.
Stacks 100. DeConte 200.
Look at Darian like, oh, well, fuck it. I ain't going to do no work anyway.
Just open gambling, illegal gambling. You know, happening in a restaurant.
Me in this tight shirt ain't going to do no work anyway. So.
That's cute.
Hey, shout out for y'all for watching. Please let us know where we should go to next. Also, go check out Pride Week.
Mm-hmm. We may do a show live from Pride.
Degraded and humiliated and broke my spirit. That is literally my pickup technique for every female.